you can do this, you're made for this. After that first hype, my dear, you are on your own. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of 360 Degrees with Opeyemi, where we evolve around owning our lives, owning our growth, and owning our happiness. This is a place for people looking to self-develop, build a life of impact, and glow up in every areas of their life. So if this is your jam, please don't go anywhere. So in my last video, I said I was going to talk about the reason I had to leave YouTube and important things I actually wished I knew before I started my YouTube channel. Backstory now. I had wanted to start my YouTube channel since 2018, which eventually I didn't get started, and eventually I started last year. And after dropping some videos, I fell out of YouTube and I was completely off. But then I decided I was going to take my time, learn so much about YouTube before coming back to YouTube, because as at that time I just felt like I was not ready. I didn't know so much and I just needed to learn a lot about YouTube before getting into YouTube. So for people looking to start YouTube channel in the year 2022 and then you're still thinking, is this the proper time for me to get started? Is it not? I feel this resource is going to be a great one for you. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The very first point I have here is that you need to know, you have to be prepared for the fact that YouTube is time consuming, it is tedious, and it requires a lot of mental readiness. Yes, YouTube takes time. You might probably think that my 9 to 5 takes time, my business takes time, but one thing I will tell you is that YouTube takes a lot of time. From planning your content, from planning to film, from planning to edit, to upload, every single one of it takes time. See, I wanted to film all through yesterday and then it was raining. Like, I needed to film because I had lots of things I was supposed to do today, but eventually I could not film. I just had to not be frustrated. Things like that you would end up taking the whole day trying to film a video, and at the end of the day you will still be able to film that video. There's the issue of camera going off for you. See, I mean, I cannot even count the numbers of times that camera will just go off for me or lights will go off for me. It's crazy, honestly, but then you have to be prepared. Do I really want to do this? Am I going to put in all that I really need to put into it? The time, the readiness, the fact that I know that this thing is tedious, yet I want to push through with it. Moving on to my next point, learn about YouTube before starting a YouTube channel. And honestly, the best way for you to do this is to learn about YouTube from YouTube itself. There is a lot of great resources on YouTube, just like this video. If you go on YouTube, you actually learn a lot of things. Don't go and meet people that will probably tell you what is not true. I remember when I wanted to start a YouTube channel and then I spoke with a lady that had a sister that was doing it then. She told me that I probably needed money to start, and I'm like, really? So don't just do the old start. It's not just about start. A lot of people will tell you, start. There's nothing to it. Just start, please. If you're not ready before getting started, chances are you'll fall out very fast, and you don't want to do that. So learn about YouTube before you start a YouTube channel. Moving on to my next point, having a large number of friends or a great number of following on your social media accounts does not mean that you're going to have a large number of subscribers once you start a YouTube channel, and you must not be discouraged. You better be ready to do it and push through with it. Yes, your friends will not immediately translate to your subscribers. Your followers will not immediately translate to your subscribers. Even though a few people will give you the hype when you're just getting started, like, go girl, you can do this, you're made for this. After that first hype, my dear, you are on your own. Realize a lot of people that even hyped you, they will not subscribe. A lot of your friends that you've been telling them to share, they will not share. You just have to know that there are a couple of things you need to do before you can turn your friends and followers to your subscribers. Yes, you need to put in the work. So be more focused on attracting a lot of people. When you get to the point where people will support you naturally, the support will come, all the love will come, everything will just be in your face, boom. Yeah. Moving on to my next point, views are different from watch time. Hold up. Right about now, you probably need to get a notepad and a pen, because this point is very, 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 very important. I didn't know this before until I learned so much about YouTube and I had to go into my YouTube analytics. I think one of the things you should know, or maybe you may know or may not already know, is the fact that to become monetized on YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That is 4,000 hours of people staying on your channel watching your video. To understand how this works perfectly well, you need to understand that Having 100 views on your video, maybe you uploaded a 5-minute video, does not necessarily mean that now you have 100 times 5. I don't know if you get the point. If people don't stay on your video for as long as that 5 minutes, it does not translate to your watch time. Because if someone clicks out of your video after 30 seconds, it means that you only have 30 seconds of watch hour. Seeing the numbers of views on your video does not necessarily equate to the fact that you have a high number of watch hour. You need to be able to understand that there is a YouTube analytics, which you have to understand as a YouTuber. Guys, guess what? Camera and light just went up for me. It's one of the things that I was saying when I said a lot of things will frustrate you, so you need to be mentally ready for the fact that you want to do YouTube. And today is one of those days when I'm actually mentally ready to film. Camera and light cannot frustrate me, so I decided I'm going to complete this video with my phone and natural light. So like I was saying, you have to learn about your analytics. Be able to go into your YouTube studio, learn about your analytics, the difference between your views and your watch time. And this would really help you in your growth and getting monetized as you move on. Moving on to the next point, one upload a week is not enough. I remember when I started last year, someone told me that I should be uploading once in 2 weeks, and I'm like,
this is playing? Are you playing? What type of playing is this?
Even though I didn't know that one upload a week was not even enough then, but I still knew that I wanted to upload at least once a week. So one thing I would advise you is to at least upload twice a week. It still wants to be a quick process, but you need to put this thing into consideration if you know you want to hit your monetization goal anytime soon. So yeah, one upload a week is not enough. And also try not to do very short videos. 5-minute videos are great. People would think, okay, this video is short, I can stay and watch. But having like 8, 10, 12-minute video is better because they get to stay on your channel better, which contributes to your watch time. So try to make videos that are a bit longer but interesting or educative. Which leads me to my next point. Combine education and entertainment. Sit-down videos like the one I'm doing right now is great, is educative, is passing out an information, but also ensure that on your channel you incorporate entertainment. People want to see something that is fun. At times people just want to come to YouTube and just watch something that would help them relax, that would take stress off them. They don't really want to listen to something educative. So learn to combine entertainment and education on your channel. Learn to bring your personality into it as well and just make it a place that is fun. Just don't come and then be rigid on one thing. Try to bring a little bit of diversity to just help your subscribers have fun. So entertainment and education, make sure that you allow those two merge together on your channel. It's important. Moving on to my next point. When you're just starting out on YouTube, create searchable content. As a new YouTuber like me, most people are not on YouTube searching for your vlogs, your a day in the life and all of that. The easiest way for them to find you is for you to create searchable content. What are the things people are looking for on YouTube? So when you do this kind of content and then they can find you, it's easier for them to now start watching other videos you are putting out because they like you, they like your content, they like your personality, and they can now watch every other things that you're putting out there. So the important thing for you to start with is to create a searchable content when you're just starting out. Moving on to my next point, do not use copyrighted music. Honestly, when I started out on YouTube, I didn't even know there was a thing as copyrighted music, such that when you use it in your video, you get a copyright claim. And I just felt like you can use any music. So you have to understand that there are some music that once you use, you get a copyright claim. So you have to get music that do not have copyright claim and use them for your videos. If not, by the time you get monetized, even if your video is doing well, you won't be able to make money off it. So yes, don't use music that has copyright claim. Moving on to my next point, you also need to know that nobody owes you shit. As long as you're starting out on YouTube, don't expect that people will carry your matter on their head like gala. You have to be the one doing your pushing. You have to be your own biggest hype man. Put your videos everywhere, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, every platform that you are. Promote yourself. People won't do it for you. It is until when you get to the point that people now like you, they like your vibe, they like what you're doing, and then they can relate with you. That is when they begin to promote you even without you asking. You have to do a lot of work and then eventually you will get the result. So set your mind at it so you won't get frustrated or quit when you're not supposed to. Those things are just a matter of time. Eventually, you will blow. Just encourage yourself. With time, you will get to where you need to get to. So don't get angry when people are not like supporting you or giving you all the motivation you need. Just keep doing what you have to do. Now moving to my last point. When you're just starting out on YouTube, do not hyper niche. try to test a lot of things. Hyper-niching means that you're just niching down to one particular thing. Like, I just want to be talking about education, or I just want to be talking about clothes. I would advise that when you're just starting out, do not hyper-niche. Try and experiment with different areas of topics. Try to do a few things and then see what people really like on your channel. And that does not even mean that in the long run you can't do different things. At least you are communicating to some particular kind of people, to a community eventually, and they also have a life revolving around all those things. So eventually they will like you, they will like all the content you put out there. So try not to hyper niche. I would say try to have at least 2-3 niches you bring onto your channel. Let people have diversity of things, ranging from education to entertainment. It is important. All of these things I actually wished I knew when I was starting out last year. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that if you actually want to start your YouTube channel in the year 2022, get started, girl, get started, but also prepare your mind, be ready for it, do the background works, and then get started. And I'm sure you're going to do well. I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see you start. And yes, if you have questions, you can ask them in the comment section. And also tell me, why haven't you started your YouTube channel? What are those things that are stopping you? Let's talk about them. Maybe there's a way I will be able to help. So let's get on this journey together and do it the best way we can until we blow. So we have come to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to comment, do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to share with family and friends. And I'll see you in my next video by the grace of God.
Tell me